Alright, welcome to Pokemon Black Randomized Hardcore Nuzlocke. So basically, it's completely randomized, can't use any items of battle, battle must be on set, then everything else normal Nuzlocke rules. Alright, let's get started, shall we? Alright, let's get this run started. I choose there's Zigzagoon, Caesar, and Hitmontop. I chose Hitmontop. First up, Bianca. She has Zigzagoon. Rolling Kick one-shots it. Next up, Charon. He has Caesar. I go for Revenge, and 2 Revenges do him in. So yeah. Alright, after Charon, we get our first encounter. Oh yeah, I level up a few times too. Alright, first encounter is Pampor. The first Pokeball shakes 3 times. By the way, I forgot to mention there's a level cap, but it isn't catch. I do another one, then I decided to go for a Revenge just to weaken it, and it kills. So yeah, no team member in this route. God damn it. Alright, next up's N. He has a Carablast, and 2 Rolling Kicks did his Carablast in. Nothing too challenging, really. Alright, next up we find Wild Archeops, but I kill it. God damn it. You're too strong, Beyblade. You're too strong. Alright, time to fight Bionica. She's off with a new Slugma. I Rolling Kick and one-shot it. Next up, Zigzagoon. Rolling Kick one-shots it. Alright, time to fight. I got a free Pampor from this lady, disappointingly, even though Pampor was my first encounter, but whatever. Alright, next up's Charon. I lead off my new gotten Pampor, and I Lick gets disabled, so I Water Gun it down. It gets healed, and I eventually take it out. Next up, Caesar. I start Water Gunning it down. He leers me, so I switch out to Hitmontop, take it out with the Rolling Kick. Alright, and unfortunately, ironically, it gets taken out by a Hitmontop, Pampor dies. And then Beyblade, Destin Beyblade got to finish the battle. But now we have to go bury a Pokemon. My god. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. When the first Pokemon you get just gets killed by your Pokemon that has your starter. You're a disappointment when I got you, and you're a disappointment when you got killed. See you on the road, kid. Okay, now here's the weird part. Notice the level cap says 14. The problem is, I have no other Pokemon, and Beyblade's level 15. So, we need to do 1 or 2, and I can't catch any Pokemon. I've wasted all the encounters, or I can't get any encounters anymore, I'm stuck. So, what do we get? We're just gonna mulligan it for now. This happens, the level cap doesn't really matter, but I can't, cheat level up. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, time to fight the gym leader. Oh boy, this might go bad, people. Alright, Chili. He's off Ludicolo. 2 Rolling Kicks did him in. I swear, it's about to be a Hitmontop hardcore Nuzlocke solo run. My god. Scratchy goes on 2 Rolling Kicks. And TMs are randomized in this, which I didn't realize. So now, cool, so we got reversal. Okay, time for the Dream Yard. Alright, now that that's done, we get our next counter, which is a Zapdos. Except, if I tried catching it anymore before HP I was at, Zapdos would have killed Hitmontop, and I can't have that happen. I threw a Pokeball at it, he busted out immediately, with another one, busted out. I keep throwing Pokeballs, but my health gets too low, I run away. Alright, next up's the Charon fight. He's off with Caesar. I Rolling Kick it, does a half, eats Berry, goes for False Swipe. I Rolling Kick again, he goes for False Swipe again. Rolling Kick takes it out. Next up's Chansey, and 1 Rolling Kick does it in. Alright, now that Charon's defeated, I learn Triple Kick instead of Focus Energy, and I find an Infernape in the grass. I go for Pursuit to damage it, so it won't kill, it embers me. I keep pursuing it, and I catch it in a Pokeball. Finally, a good teammate. I name him D Luffy, and he's in the team now. Alright, next up is in this cave I forgot where you fight Team Plasma in. I found a Spoink in the wild. I just throw a Dusk Ball at it and I immediately catch it. And I name it A-Cab. That is a joke, by the way. Alright, I got recycled from this bitch, which was useless. Then I found a Dialga in the fucking grass here. And I swap out. I'm gonna try to catch it. He goes for Metal Claw. I go for Ember on it to do damage. He goes for Ancient Power. I go for Ember. I get it down to about to the red. He goes for Dragon's Breath. I throw a Great Ball at it. I catch it immediately. And since I'm a comedian, I named it Palkia. Yeah, man, what a great recovery though from such a shitty start. All right, end time. He's off for Luxray. I Dragon's Breath it, but his charge survives it. I get paralyzed, and I'm paralyzed 2 turns in a fucking row, which is nice. But then I take it out of the Dragon's Breath. As he goes for a Charge Spark combo. Next up, I learn Slash right away. Next up is Porygon. I switch out to Infernape. He goes for Psybeam, barely doing anything. I go for a Mach Punch. Porygon 2. 2 Mach Punches take it out. Or 3 MXD, defense curled. That's great. Next up is his Silcoon. I stayed in. Ember one-shotted him. Alright, Lenora time. She's absolutely off of Spoink. kind of a bad start. I go for Confuse Ray, but I guess for Taunt. Luckily, it doesn't go for Pursuit. I send out Infernape. Mach Punch. I start Mach Punching it. She heals because of how much damage it did, and Mach Punch eventually took it out. Next up is a Kingler. I switch out to Beyblade. Goes for a Mud Shot. I go for Rolling Kick. It goes for Harden. He goes for Bubble Beam. I go for Rolling Kick again. He goes for Harden. I go for Rolling Kick again. Then I go for... I missed Rolling Kick, so I go for Quick Tap to take it out. But no Quick Tap takes it out. Our encounter in Petalburg Woods is Musharna. And I catch it. I'm not going to put it on the team, though, especially since Musharna can't any moves, and, well, I already have Spoink. But hey, power in the PC, right? Alright, after catching Musharna, we get our next encounter, which is a Girder. Once again, I have 2 fighting types already, but I still catch it anyway. Like my other one, power in the PC, just in case. You never know what could happen in these things. Alright, time to fight Berg. He leads off with Curlia. I Flame Wheel it, he double teams. He heals, I just keep Flame Wheeling it, and I eventually take him down with Flame Wheels. Next up is his Spiel. I use 2 Mach Punches to take it out. And last up is a Gligar. I just Flame Wheeled it down. Alright, Bianca time. She leads off with her Gibble. I lead off with Palkia. Dragon Breath one-shots it. Next up to Drowsy. 2 Dragon Breaths. Dragon Breaths kill it after she heals. Next up is her Zigzagoon, her starter. Still doesn't evolve. Metal Claw takes it out. And last up is her Armaldo, and I took it out with 2 Metal Claws. And I learned Metal Burst. Alright, Charen time. Charen leads off with Turtwig. I leave off with A-Cab. 2 Side Beams, it in as he hits himself with Confusion. Next up is Hitmonchan. He's with Pursuit. I go for Side Beams, barely taking it out before dying. Next up is Caesar. Luckily doesn't go for Pursuit. I take it out with 1 Flame Wheel. Next up is Golduck. I swat out to Hitmontop, and I go for Rolling Kick after I missed the first one, but I take him out with Rolling Kicks. Alright, and then first encounter in Desert Resort is a Marsh Stomp, which is nice for me. I send out Beyblade. You know, I weaken him, then I start throwing Pokeballs, and I eventually do catch him. And I name it Best, since I'm very uncreative. Yeah. Alright, encounter in Relic Castle. It's a Farfetch'd. I had to start throwing Pokeballs at it, but I switch out because it almost kills a Marsh Stomp. And I eventually catch it, and I call it Ducks. Alright, next up, I got the cover fossil from this lady, and like the gift Pampor. It wasn't randomized, but hey, Tier 2 gets a cool Pokemon I have in the PC if I need it. Named it Cover, uncreative. Next up, I got my next encounter, which is a Seedot. I catch it, and I name it Nuzlocke after my Shift Tree and XD playthrough. Next up, I catch a Golding, more power in the PC, and then last up, I get a Golett for my final encounter for now. I catch it, and I name it AutoZone. Alright, end fight. He leads off with Whirlpeal, I lead off with Marsh Stomp. I switch out to Ducks to take it out. I use Aerial Ace, use Poison Tail. I go for Aerial Ace, but I don't kill it. Critical, and it takes me out. Whip Ducks. Water Gun takes out Whirlpeed. I learn Mud Bomb in the process, like Blossom. Wow, look, Ducks would have been great for this, whatever. I send out D Luffy. Flame Wheel one-shots Blossom. Next up's got the Rita. I decided to see how much Flame Wheel will do. That was really risky. I sent out Palkia to finish off. Got 3 of the Dragon's Breath. Next up is Manon, and I just dropped. Well, it finally happened. A loss that actually hurts. Somewhat. Yeah, Pampor, your death didn't make me sad. Alright, see ya, Ducks. You were fun while you lasted. Alright, I taught Nuzlocke, but TM I bought, just a randomize. Alright, next up to Lisa. I have a terrible start with Gastrodon. I send out Nuzlocke, Hornleech one-shots it. Except for Nidoking, I decide to stay in. I just keep Hornleeching it down, and I eventually do win. But it's kind of risky, since Nidoking's very powerful. He went for Focus Energy. And I got Poison, too. Like, I could have really died there. Alright, last up for Torterra. I send out D Luffy, and we have a Gen 4 starter fight, and Luffy comes out on top. And that was Elisa. Alright, Charen wants to throw down again. He's off with Cyndaquil. I'll lead off with Best Boy. Mud Bomb, and a Water Gun takes it out. Next up is Trapinch. I just stayed in, Water Gun down as he hits me with Sand Attack. Next up Caesar. I send out D Luffy, hit kill of 1 Flame Wheel. Next up is his Roggenrola. I just Mach Punch to death after he iron defenses. 3 Mach Punches take it out. Alright, next up, I counter a Wild Meganium on the Driftveil Bridge. That's not a Ducklet. Whatever, I catch it. Alright, my next encounter, I named it Lilac, by the way. That's what my next encounter was Gallade, but it teleported away. My next encounter was Mismagius, which is unfortunate since it's a Stone Evolution, so it's a good Pokemon, but will have a terrible moveset. Speaking of terrible things, me being a dumb, I named Megumin. Yeah, my starter went down to a wing attack site there in the gym. That was all me. Hot damn. And then D. Luffy almost died to his Porygon Z's Psybeam. It is so ironic that the thing that killed my starter was the pre-evolution of one of my rival's starters. Yeah, I know not but myself to blame. I was being stupid. Well, Beyblade, one last time, let it rip. While grinding, Nuzlocke went down to a Rock Blast from a Rhyhorn. The irony of being taken out by a Rhyhorn. You know, I admit most of these deaths are just me being stupid. That was just plain unlucky. One level before I would have evolved into a shift tree. Oh well. Up on the road, Nuzlocke. After all that happened, let's fight Clay now. He's off of my boy Mudkip, but unfortunately Lilac takes it out. Then he falls over with a Tornadus, so now Palkia goes for revenge. And he bites, flinches me, taking out the Power Gem. Last up is his Wartortle. He had 2 Water Starters, but whatever, Dragon's Breath did him in. Alright, Bianca time. She's off of Matang, I lead off with Lilac. I can't do anything to it, so I swap out to Best Boy. Best Boy takes it out, the Mud Shot. Lilac learns Pill Dance, me time. Sends out Linoon. I've learned from XD and Coliseum my own to be scary, so I Mach Punched it to death with D. Luffy. Flame Wheel took out Spearow, then I Flame Wheel. D. Luffy almost died to her Toxic. I sent out A-Cab, and A-Cab took it out with a Psybeam after hitting itself in confusion. Ooh boy, I was close. Alright, I encountered a Swallow in the cave, and I thought I could survive one's Dragon's Breath, but I was wrong. Alright, next up is the end fight. He's off a Swoobat, once again, bad lead for Lilac. Let's jump to Palkia. Yeah, you're gonna see that a lot. Next up is Poliwag, Dragon's Breath 1-shots it. Next up is Beartic, Power Gem 2-shots it. And then last up is his Meditite. I decided to switch back out to Lilac just to take it out. He goes for Mind Reader, I take it out with 2 Horn Leeches. Alright, next encounter, Ammonite. I'm not into a lot of water types. I eventually catch it after a bit, after its rollout shenanigans and shit. But yeah, I named it Lady Helix, because it's the lady. Alright, next up, I found a Wobbuffet in, whatever the fuck that tower, the bell's called, Bell Tower. I catch it, and I put it in the PC, because Wobbuffet scares me. About 40 minutes. Yes, I'm very creative. Alright, next up, Skyla. She's off with the Whoopie Girl to get out of one Psybeam, except her Virizion. I started Psybeaming it, but I confused it, switched out to Palkia, as it goes for Takedown. She goes Takedown, take out the Dragon's Breath. Next up to her Sigalith, which is just kind of interesting. I take out Power Gem. Alright, next up Sharon. Once again, bad lead for Lilac with Fungus. I send out D. Luffy, Flame Wheel 1-shots it. Next up to Zekrom. I send out Palkia. Legendary fight. I go for Earth Power since he imprisoned my Dragon's Breath. I get paralyzed from his Dragon's Breath, but Earth Powers take it out. Next up is Jolteon. Stayed in, go for Earth Power, but I missed, so I send out Best Boy to deal with it. I go for Mud Bomb, and he goes for Quick Attack, and a few Mud Bombs take it out. Next up is a Caesar. I swapped out the D. Luffy, and I go for Flame Wheel. A critical slash scares me, so I take it out with the Mach Punch. Alright, I encounter a Charmeleon in Twisted Mountain. I catch it, power in the PC. So yeah, if anything happens to Infernape. I'm finding a lot of starters, and here's a Vaporeon, another water type. I have a lot of water types in the PC. Whatever. I know. I named it Copy Pasta for obvious reasons. Alright, I find a Murkrow in Icarus City, and I catch it. After a bit, it takes a few Pokeballs, because Murkrow's a high catcher for some reason. And then, I get a Smeargle in Dragon Spiral Tower Grass. So yeah, that was fun. Useless, I meant. I named it that. Then I counted a Raikou, and I catch it. I eventually do catch the Raikou. It takes all my Ultra Balls, all my Premier Balls, and a good half of my Great Balls, but I catch it. Man, flashback to earlier when I caught Palkia, or my Dialga, Palkia, the Dialga, and a 1 Great Ball. Whatever. We name it Doggy Style, my favorite Snoop Dogg album. Alright, time to fight Bryson. He's off of Panseer. He Fire Blast, Best Boy, I Surf. Next up is his Mesprit. I start surfing it down, but I get scared of the feature site, so I switch out into Palkia. And I take it out with the Dragon's Breath. Last up is his Meow, and a few Dragon's Breaths took it out. Wow, anticlimactic finish. Right. Alright, Bianca time. She's off of Duskull. A-Cab takes out 2 Psyshocks. Next up is her Sharpedo. I switch out to Lilac, and I get scared of the damage. I switch out to Palkia, take out the Dragon's Breath. Same thing goes for her Basculin, goes down to a Dragon's Breath. I get hit with the Noctotail. Next up is Linoon. Last up is Linoon, and 2 Dragon's Breath does it in. Man, what doesn't back happen to Palkia, right? I encounter a Rodom, and I actually catch it. And here's the thing. I'm gonna swap it out for Doggy Style, because here's the thing. You can get Rotom Wash literally in that mall. And Rotom Wash is one of the best Pokemon ever. So I'm gonna do that. Alright, I also name a Shapeshifter. Then up next, I catch Route 9, I think. I catch a Kangaskhan, or Route 10, I catch a Kangaskhan. You know, power on the PC, just in case anything happens. So yeah. And lo and behold, Palkia goes down to a trainer's Dusclops because of Curse. And I always knew Palkia would fall, but not like this. Oh well. See ya, Palkia. Alright, final gym leader Drayden time. He's off Electrike, lead off with Best Boy. One Mud Bomb does it in. Next up is Keldeo. I decided to stay in, but I missed, so I decided to send out Lilac. He goes for Aqua Tail, I eat it up, then I go for Reflect just in case, and I go for some Horn Leeches and I take it out. Last up is his X-Cloud. I stayed in, and I just Horn Leeched it to death with Lilac. Good job, Lilac. Alright, time to fight Charon. He's off of Lapras, so he's off with Best Boy. I switch out to Shapeshift, and I Shockwave it. I start Shockwaving it down, goes for Perish Song. I eventually do take it out. Next up to Kyogre. I switch out into Doggy Style, but I go for Thunder Shock, doesn't melt it. I get almost killed by a Muddy Water. So I send out Lilac. I almost get killed by an Ice Beam, so I switch back out to Shapeshift, and he goes for Muddy Water. I decide to stay in, go for Shockwave, but it's me off Muddy Water. Next up, I send out A-Cab, I get taken out by a critical Muddy Water. Send out Doggy Style, goes for Thunder Shock and paralyzes, but I get taken out by a Muddy Water. Oh god, this Kyogre sweeping me. And a Horn Leech, he gets paralyzed luckily, and a Horn Leech takes it out. Next up is his Nidoran. After I got swept, I sent out Best Boy, I just mud-shotted it, its ass to death. Last up is Caesar, and yeah, he went down, but goddamn, he just killed half my team. Well, that was a massacre. See ya, A-Cab. Shapeshift, you weren't here for long, but goddamn it, you were good. And finally, Doggy Style. You're still my favorite Snoop Dogg album, even after all that even after all what happened. Now here's the fun part, rebuilding this shitty-ass team. Nothing but the starters now, people. Alright, I get my encounter in Victory Road, and it's a Dynamo, and I catch it. Not something I needed, though. I'm probably gonna, like, remake my team. Well, I'll see y'all then. Alright, here's the team now. We have Lilac, level 50. OG, the Charizard. Knows Flamethrower, level 50. Flamethrower slash Flying Smokescreen. AutoZone. It's level 50, Shadow Punch, Mega Punch, Earthquake, Dynamic Punch. Copy Pasta, Star Quick Attack, Roar Beam, Sand Attack. Dead Mom, Mega Punch, Crunch, Chip Away, Outrage. And finally, Cold to You. Wake Up Slap, Bulk Up, Rock Slide, Hammer Arm. This is the strongest team I can make. I had to deposit my 2 other stars though. Well, let's see if this will be enough. Alright, first up is Chantel. She's off as Xylus, I lead off with Lilac. I set up a Reflect, and I send out Cold to You. Almost gets taken out by double worked up Dragon Pulse, but I take him out one shot with Wake Up Slap. Next up is their Zipstreak. I send out AutoZone, and I take it out with an Earthquake. And next up is her Kabuto. Earthquake takes it out. Then last up is her Staryu, which I just Earthquaked and I took it out. Alright, next up is Grimsley. He's off Coughing, lead off Lilac. I send up Reflect, but almost get killed by a critical Sludge Bomb. So I send out OG, get poisoned, but I take it out with the Flamethrower. Next up is his Voltorb. I send out AutoZone, who goes for Magnet Rise. I didn't notice that, so I went for Earthquake twice. And I realized, oh yeah, Magnet Rise. So I Shadow Punched it, then he started healing. And I wasted his full stores by Shadow Punching his Voltorb. Next up is Glameow, I go for Dynamic Punch and take it out. Last up is Aggron, I go for Dynamic Punch, almost killing it. He's confused, he goes for Iron Tail, I decided to send out a Vaporeon. And he set up for Confusion. Alright, next up is Caitlyn, she leaves off Lotad, so it gives me the perfect time to set up Light Screen and Reflect. He goes for Bullet Beam, I take it out with one Horn Leech. Next up is Mewtwo, I decided to say I need to go for Horn Leech to see how much damage it would do, not much, so I send out AutoZone. Goes for Psycho Cut, I go for Shadow Punch, almost take it out, she heals. For Shadow Punch, another Shadow Punch takes it out as she keeps healing it. I'm low though. Next up is Roselia, I send out OG the Charizard, goes for Pale Dance, I go for Flamethrower, take it out in one shot. Last up is Slimmy Sage, and Flamethrower one-shots it. Alright, Marshall time, he's off of Vanilla, she'll lead off with OG, Flamethrower one-shots it. Next up is Samurott, I switch out into Lilac, I go for Horn Leech, does do half, goes for Retaliate, Horn Leech takes it out. Next up is his Beldum, I send OG back out to get out with the Flamethrower. And then last up, he has Simi Sage too, which goes out on one Flamethrower. Alright, time to fight N. Well, first I need to catch my Reshiram, which is actually Reshiram. I guess today in Randomized. I Master Balled it, then I replaced OG. I replaced OG to Charizard with it, and ironically called him Zekrom. Alright, next up is the N fight. His Zekrom got changed to Happy, so I took it out with the Slash, it's just Crawdaunt. I send out Lilac, I use Horn Leech, he uses Taunt, I take it out with the Horn Leech. Next up is Vulpix, I send out Copy Pasta, goes for Grudge, I go for Sand Attack to avoid the Grudge, but it goes for Grudge again, and I lose all my Sword PP. Next up is Elekid. I send out AutoZone. He switches out to the Miltank. I Earthquake the Miltank. Then I take it out with a Dynamic Punch. Next up is Sinistère. Earthquake one-shots it. Last up is Elekid. Earthquake one-shots it. Alright, gets his time. He's off a Porygon. Lead off with Zekrom, the Reshiram. I Fusion Flare. Gyro's broke it to death. Next up Snover. Fusion Flare takes it out. Next up Gothita. I Fusion Flare and slashed it. Take it out. Next up is Poochyena. I send out Colthew. I go for a Wake Up Slap. He goes for Embargo. Next up is Turtwig. He uses Leaf Storm to do a good amount of damage, honestly. Wake Up Slap takes it out. Last up is for Alligator, and I proved once for all who the better Johto starter is by taking out for Alligator with Horn Leeches. And that was Getsis. And that's it. Huh. That's what I love about randomizers. At the start, before my whole team half my team got swept by Charon's Kyogre. After which, I didn't lose a single Pokemon beating them. But we should not remember the sacrifices that these Pokemon made throughout the journey. Hope you all enjoyed. Suggest challenges in the future, and I'll see y'all next time.